Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another Grounded update video where today we're hopping in and we are going to be going over the 4 new weapons and tools that got added to the game of Grounded in the Hot Hazy update, update 11, and I'm super duper excited to go through all of these with you guys because they're pretty darn cool. Now please, before we go any further, please do not forget to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and leave me a comment down below by the end of the video on which one of these tools and weapons is your favorite that was added. Alright, so we're going to start first with the top left. That is the Black Ant Sword. So we're going to go right here. I happen to have one in my inventory. I'm going to go ahead and equip it on for you guys here. All right, so this is a, where'd you go? Here it is. This is a clean blade with the cutting power of ants. I'm assuming that that description may get updated a little bit. And its damage is pretty good and its speed's also very good. If we go over to crafting, let's compare this, okay, to, let's say, the standard Spider Fang Dagger. So here we go, you have your Black Ant Sword, here's where the damage is, here's where the speed is. If I click on a Spider Fang Dagger, you'll see that the damage is significantly less than what it is with the Black Ant Sword, but the speed is still there. Yes, I know that the Black Ant Sword does not give poison like the Spider Fang Dagger does, but let's not forget that you can upgrade weapons now with certain perks. Yes, that is another thing that got added in the 11.0 update that I haven't yet gone over yet, but there is a way to upgrade your weapons and add perks to them, whether it's fresh, fiery, I think there's salty, so you can literally like salt wound people, and then there's also just making it even more powerful to the point where you can get the damage up to 100% more damage. There's 7 upgrades that you can do to each tool using an anvil. Okay, so that's the Black Ant Sword. It's really cool. It takes 2 Black Ant mandibles, 3 Black Ant parts, and 4 berry leather. Just be warned that the Black Ants are a heck of a lot harder than their little red counterparts. Okay, these guys hit like a truck and have a lot of health. So be careful when you're going to go fight them because they're pretty darn mean. Okay, so the next one that we're going to be going over is we're going to go left to right here and go right over to probably the most difficult weapon in the game to make now, even more difficult than the Club of the Mother Demon, and that is the Antlion Sword. So let's go in here and I will show you guys how to craft it. So we'll go right over here. It's the Antlion Greatsword. It's an incredibly large and heavy. It uses multiple antlion pincers to form the most dangerous points. Okay, so if you look, the damage is really good. It's not as good as, say, a mint mace, but it's still pretty darn good. I believe that this weapon is probably all just for, well, really for look, because if you look, the mint mace, which isn't nearly as hard to make, except you need mint globs now, we'll get to that in a minute, you need 7 antlion pincers in order to make this. I watched an antlion kill a wolf spider on its own, okay? Antlions are not easy, and the location that they're at are incredibly hard to kill them as well because you're constantly getting a debuff. So antlion pincers, pretty hard to get, and the fact that you need 7 of them, it hurts. If you compare it to the Club of the Mother Demon as well, it's all around. I mean, I just feel like that the Antlion Greatsword, it's great, but when the Mint Mace and the Club of the Mother Demon have the same speed as the Antlion Greatsword, but they also come with stun, and you can upgrade these to give them an effect as well, the Antlion Greatsword just kind of fails in comparison. So, really cool looking weapon that got added here. I'll put it on for you guys so you can see what it looks like on the character. Here we go. There's Pete holding it. We'll go out like this, give it a swing a couple times. So it's got a really, really cool 3-hit combo. But at the end of the day, like I said, I do believe that the Club of the Mother Demon or the Mint Mace is going to be better than this one. Alright, so this next one, I need to put back on the Black Ant Sword. That way, we can equip ourselves a shield. So, this shield got added to the game. This is the Black Ant Shield. It looks really, really cool. It reminds me of, like, a buckler that you would get, or maybe even like a shield from like the 300 that the Spartans would use. So I think that that's a really, really cool shield that got added. I'll scroll all the way down here to show you guys. This is a tier 2 shield. But what worries me about this is that it doesn't give armor anymore. Because of the armor change, which that we'll talk about the armor change in another video, but because of the armor change, the Weevil shield is a pretty good shield. But I'm assuming the difference between the Weevil shield now is the Black Ant and the Black Ant shield is the fact that the durability is lower. I think that the durability is going to be lower with this Weevil shield than the Black Ant shield. And as you go through and use it to fight, I feel like that maybe it'll also block a little bit more damage, but it doesn't really give us any sort of pointer to show us that it does do or block more damage. So it says it's a sturdy shield made of black and red ant parts. Okay, so it takes 5 black ant parts, 10 red ant parts, and 4 berry leather. So it's not super difficult to make. It really does look cool, but is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it yet. We'll have to keep on playing and keep on testing with it to see what all it can do. All right, and last but not least is the brand new shovel that just got added to the game. This little shovel that's right here is super duper cool because it is a tier 2 shovel, and it is the Black Ant shovel, a dependable shovel that can dig and harvest all sorts of goodies. Okay, this guy uses 3 black ant parts, 2 black ant mandibles, and a black ant head in order to make. It is really, really cool looking in my opinion when you compare it to this. Heck yeah. All right, so if you look, it does a little bit more damage. The speed's not as high with it, but let's face it, you're never supposed to do damage with a shovel, okay? The shovel was never meant to do damage. It's just meant to dig things up. But one of the bonuses that comes with using this Black Ant shovel and making one, and why it's so valuable to make one, is because you can use this shovel in order to dig up buried treasure now that is inside of the sand area. Yes, there's buried treasure in the forms of clay, rocks, candy, salt, all sorts of cool things, and even a special hidden key that I'm not going to spoil for you guys today, but there is a key that's hidden in there as well that unlocks a chest. So really, really, really cool things. All of these things have gotten added to the game. If I had to pick one that's my favorite, I would probably have to say the shovel, if I'm being completely honest, because I'm a heavy weapons user and a heavy armor user in this game. I don't use shields as often as I should. Really, I don't, but I don't use them as often as I should. And I don't do a lot of digging in this game. I'm more of a builder, so the grind is my thing. Okay, so, well, not even really. I'm more of an explorer. So having a heavy weapon in order to take the mobs out as quickly as I can is kind of where I'm at. So that would make you think that, well, Sim, then shouldn't you like the Antlion Greatsword the most? No, because the problem with this one is that I'm not going to do enough damage. The fact that it has less damage than the Club of the Mother Demon and the Mint Mace really bums me out. All right, but let's talk really quick, I guess, about the changes to the Mint Mace while we're here. So I guess you guys get a little bit of an extra for all of you guys who watched all the way to the end. So I'm going to put up an oven here really quick. I'm going to show you guys. We now have mint globs. Mint globs require 5 shards, okay? And you use these 5 shards to make the mint glob, and then once the mint glob is made, you'll go right into crafting, and you'll make yourself your mint mace, because it takes 5 mint... It's kind of the same. Okay, before it took 5 mint pieces, now it takes 25 mint pieces in order to make yourself a mint mace. So it's significantly more, and on top of that, you'll have to unlock the oven, okay? Now, the oven, it's not that hard to unlock. Getting the ever-burning charcoal is a little bit more difficult, but the oven's not that hard to unlock, nor is it a ton of raw science anymore. They did decrease the amount of raw science that's needed for items that are going to be used for, like, functional items in the game. So, being able to unlock this guy, not that bad. But that's why I believe that the Mint Mace still has higher damage. But let's face it, if you guys already have a Mint Mace from a previous gameplay, getting a Antlion Greatsword is just kind of an extra to hang on the wall because it looks cool. as well as this black ant shield that looked really cool hanging on the wall. I think they need to fix the shovel a little bit. The shovel's kind of the wrong way. They need to turn that about 45 degrees. But anyway, that is the video for today, guys. So thank you all so very much for coming and clicking on this video. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And like I asked earlier, please leave me a comment down below of what your favorite weapon that got added or tool that got added in the most recent update. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one.